This is GeekWaresASMR. This is not another true crime video. I know that usually I post true crime on Sunday nights, and I hope that when you saw this pop up, you were not too terribly disappointed that it's not a true crime video. But I thought we'd kind of just round out the year with a good old-fashioned sit-down, chat, cheddar video. I wasn't even gonna film today. I have been so sick. If you talk to my patrons, you would know that last week was even worse, but I'm getting better. So I wanted to just get something out for you guys, but I didn't have time to work on a true crime video. So, ramble it is. Anyway, I wanted to talk to you guys about the channel and just life and moving forward into 2026 together. So first, let me say, calm down, don't freak out. I'm not quitting. I'm not gonna stop doing true crime. I just want to make more content for you guys. So, of course, my voice is acting up now. I want to make, like, skincare videos. I want to make, like, spooky videos all year round, spooky topics. I want to do history videos, like Bonnie and Clyde and Queen Elizabeth, or Queen Mary, Queen of Scots, and things like that. But I'm having a really hard time finding a digital camera that will zoom in to, like, finer details when I'm doing, like, painting videos, or I did some, like, sticker scene things on Patreon. For whatever reason, and I've purchased and returned 4 digital cameras. They won't zoom either before filming or during filming. So if you have a good digital camera suggestion that isn't going to break my pocketbook, I would love that. Please drop it down below, because that is something I definitely want to do for the new year. I want to revamp the channel and kind of be not just true crime every 2 weeks, you know? And I hope that some of you are happy to hear that you can expect more content from me. I know that some of you guys love rambles, and I do them mostly on Patreon, just because sometimes I talk about stuff that I don't really want everybody to know, if that makes sense. I get into the nitty-gritty over on Patreon because you guys are all my friends there, you know, but I want to be able to do them here on the channel as well more often. But I get so frustrated with my equipment not working properly and not doing what I needed to do, and then I just am not in the mood to film. Like, this is the 3rd time in 20 minutes I'm starting to film this because it's not working, and it's frustrating, and I get annoyed very easily. I have no patience. Anyway, so there's that. I want to do that. I hope that that's okay. I know some people start to freak out when I start talking about doing other content. That's okay. If it's not your jam, don't watch. It's totally cool. I'll still be doing true crime too, okay? Don't worry. I want to kind of just change my priorities in the new year. I know everybody says new year, new you. I'm really gonna try to do that this year. I had some blood work done in 2025, and I'm considered a pre-diabetic, and I've been working really hard to kind of cut out snacks and do things like that, but I'm gonna hit it really hard in January and try to get some of this extra weight off. But I don't know anything about, like, stuff. So I've been learning, and I still don't quite know what I'm doing, so we'll see. I did get like a, it's not a recumbent bike, but like an exercise bike, and I have my walking pad, but I need to prioritize doing things for myself, and one of those things is this channel, sharing my journey with you guys, not the workout journey, but just my life's journey. You guys have been with me for so long now. I mean, I started my channel in 2018, so we are at 7 years of being a channel together, and we've been through from before my mom was sick to, in just 2 short months, she will have been gone 2 years, and that just blows my mind. I can't believe it's been 2 years. Anyway, but I kind of feel like I've been kind of distant from the channel for a while. Grief will do that to you, and I want to get back to it. I want to prioritize making content again and doing stuff that I enjoy again. I've found that I put a lot of stuff aside because I'm tired. I work a lot. I talk to people all day long at work, so sometimes I just don't want to talk at home, you know? I want to come home and just starfish in my bed. However, that's not good for me, and it's not good for you guys either, so I'm gonna try, okay? So somebody hold me accountable. Anyway, so I can't remember what I talked about in my last ramble, and so some of this might be repetitive, and I hope not, but I believe that y'all know I started a new job in September, and my nurse practitioner from my old job was starting in October, and I really think that they had no idea what to make of us. We do things quite a bit differently. We are very, I say we, but I really mean my nurse practitioner, very strict with her rules of how she does things, and the doctor and the physician assistant that we joined are not. So it has been quite the conundrum trying to find a adequate compromise, but it's going better than it was. We do have 3 computer systems. The one that we use to chart is supposed to be considered intuitive. It's not. That's a lie. It's better than it was, but I still don't understand half of what it's trying to do sometimes. And then there's one for scheduling and one for billing, and it's just stupid. I don't understand why EMR can't just be one system. Why does it have to be 5 different things? Anyway. So that is going okay. I'm not used to working for a corporation, and they have a lot of rules and regulations, and you know, they promised us a lot of things, and okay, basically I said they packaged it in this nice shiny box with a bow, and it looked really great, and they lit it on fire, and it's filled with crap. You know, one of the things that they promised is that we wouldn't have to see more patients until we were ready. They have increased our patient load 3 times already since October without the nurse practitioner's permission. Like, she didn't agree. They just said, this is what we're doing. And I feel like this is the first company I've ever worked for where the provider doesn't make their own schedule. And it's weird to me to be told by someone that I don't even know what they look like how our schedule is going to be. And it's frustrating she's quite headstrong. I love her to death, but she's very used to making her own schedule. And I'm sick. She was sick. My counterpart was also sick from my office manager basically coughing all over everything. And normally on a day like that, the nurse practitioner would come in and she'd be like, don't add anybody on this schedule today unless you ask me first. Like, if anybody cancels, just leave it because I'm tired or whatever. That's not what they do. We have like this centralized scheduling that some of the people are overseas and they just shove people everywhere, and it is quite frustrating. And they don't pay attention to like what insurances we take or don't take or whatever. They just schedule people, and then the people at the front desk have to deal with the aftermath of that, like, oh, you don't have a referral, or oh, we don't take your insurance, or oh, we don't take self-pay or whatever. So that's frustrating to not kind of know. Like, for instance, I looked at the schedule 500 times that morning, and then we went to lunch at 12:15, and they put in a 12:30 patient. Well, we're not supposed to have 12:30 patients because we're supposed to have lunch from 12:15 to 12:45. And then that patient was sitting out there for 20 minutes because they arrived early for their appointment. Bless them. But then they were irritated. Well, I didn't know they were out there because I'm not looking at the schedule when I'm on my lunch break, and no one asked me if we could have a 12:30. No one asked the provider if we could have a 12:30. So it was like, I don't know, wrangling wet cats. It feels like you can't ever get anything right, if that makes sense. So that part's frustrating. But I do like my coworkers. I do like the location. It's a little bit further of a drive, but it's easy to get to. I just shoot straight down the highway, and you know, it takes 12 minutes instead of 6. But so there's that. Let's see. Some of you guys might know that last March my nephew got arrested. I think I told you guys about that just briefly. He is still in jail. I sent him a message last night and he wanted some pictures of my cats, so I sent that. They charge 25 cents a message, and you can say or have up to 2,000 characters. And for whatever reason, last night it did not alert me that I was getting close, and so I was just typing away. And I went to send it, and it was like, oh, no. So I had to like cut it in half and end up sending 2 messages, because usually it like turns red when I get close. It did not do that. And they charge you 25 cents a picture to send pictures. Well, I have 5 cats, so he got some group pictures, but he got to read his discovery documents. He didn't get access to them until August, but he basically read that the evidence they have against him is super flimsy, and the confession that they wrote is not what he said. So I don't know what they do about stuff like that. I don't even know if they record stuff like that like anymore. But hopefully, I think that he has a court date in January and stuff can get straightened out. He's there's like rain or fire crackling or you're walking through the woods or whatever. I have always loved those, and I listen to those as I'm trying to like study or chill or whatever. And I think Sean would be extremely good at that. He is the one that does all of my like intros and stuff, so he already knows how to do it. It's just not really his thing. I have also encouraged him to make some more content. I know you guys enjoy his some of you enjoy his videos as well. History videos, gone but not forgotten videos, or gone too soon videos. I want to get back into all of that stuff. I really, really want to turn this channel around and start picking back up on the content again, but I want to know what you guys want to see. Again, I will be doing true crime at least every other Sunday. I'm going to try to get back to every Sunday. However, sometimes researching is more than I can handle after staring at an iPad all day. We'll see. I'm going to try. Okay, I know I say like history videos, I'm going to have to research all that stuff too, but I don't know, it's different. I don't know, whatever. Anyway, I do eventually want to do a house tour of my house because I've talked about that several times, and ASMR Zelda did like a little downstairs tour of her house, and I thought that was so cool to just get that little sneaky peek into her life, so I'd love to do that. My house is kind of big though, and I don't know, maybe I'd have to do like a lo-fi something, I don't know, I'll have to work on that. I would love to do more vlogs. We have some really, really cool parks in and around the area that I live, and some awesome ones in St. Louis, and I think that would be so cool to kind of like take you guys on these virtual tours of these places. I remember when I moved to Indiana, one of the first things that they asked me is, have I ever seen the St. Louis Arch? And of course I laughed because I'm like 20 minutes from St. Louis, so I see it all the time. I used to see it every day when I went to work. If you drive certain places in my town, you can see it. It's not that far, so. But I realize that there are people of you in other parts of the world and the country that have never seen the arch. I mean, I've touched it. I've ridden the little tiny elevator up to the top and looked out at the little people. I've been in the museum down below. But that would be something really cool, I think, to do. Obviously, I wouldn't be able to talk as I did it. I'd have to do like a voiceover. But I think that could be really neat. I'm also really lame, and the stuff that I find cool, other people do not. So you'll have to tell me if you think that's cool. If you saw my cup, I'm still wicked obsessed. The second movie is about to come out on digital, and I'm ready to watch it again. I was ready to watch it again as soon as it was over. Sean was gonna get me tickets to go again like the next day or something. We went for his birthday. I got so mad because I kept asking him where he wanted to go for dinner, and he would not pick a place because he forgot my birthday and we didn't do anything. So he wouldn't pick a place to go for dinner before the movie, so we ended up having a fight before because I was like, you can pay for it, just freaking pick. I just don't understand men and how they think sometimes. Sorry to any guys out there listening, but I just wanted to go like dress up and sit down somewhere nice and have a date with my boyfriend, and it didn't work out that way, and then I was mad and I didn't want to see the movie for about 5 seconds. But a lot of people did not like the second part. No spoilers, but if you saw it, you'll have to send me a message and tell me if you didn't like it, why you didn't like it, and if you did like it, why you did, because I don't want any spoilers down below, or you can just tell me you liked it things could have been more powerful. I kept hearing all of this about how the show needed these songs and they needed this push and they needed this, you know. I did not expect them to be like they are, and it was definitely different than what they portrayed it to be. But other than that, I thought it was really good. My favorite song in the whole show is No Good Deed, and I was blown away by how Cynthia Erivo sang that song. And then, like 2 days later, one of my patients told me that she thought she ruined it. So I don't know what people thought. There are many mixed reviews about this movie compared to the first one, and I don't get it. I've waited half my life for this movie to come out, and it finally did, and I'm thrilled beyond. So yeah, I want to get a Wicked tattoo. I think I wanted to say unlimited, but I'm not 100% sure yet. I have gotten a couple new piercings. One of the places near me was doing $30 piercings for November, so I got my nose done, and I got my industrial done. I've already chained my nose ring because it was 6 weeks on Christmas. This one is a week behind at 7 weeks, but I don't think I'll be touching that for a while. Even just touching it with my fingers makes me whimper inside a little. Oh my word, it hurt like a mofo. I would have done my nose ages ago if I'd have known how easy it would have been, and I'm really glad I did my nose first before I did the industrial, because I would not have gone back for the nose with the painful healing that the industrial has taken. I did not expect that. So sorry, try not to cough in your ears, because that is an unpleasant experience. Let's see. Yes, I really want 2026 to be all about change and rebirth and regrowth, and I really hope that you guys will be on this journey with me. It is time to put aside some of the darkness and step back into the light. I have to find the light again moving forward. It is extremely difficult, but I see people around me making choices, making decisions that are changing their lives, and I see these people going through these big events, these big, scary, sometimes wonderful things, and I feel like that fortune cookie that I got so many years ago has never been more correct. No one can change your life except you. I hung that in my rearview mirror for years, and I have always remembered it. If you're not happy with your life, only you can change it. If something is making you unhappy, only you can figure out how to get out of that situation the best way possible for you. And sometimes I think we feel trapped in situations that we can't see a way out of, and that is not always the case. There's always a way. And I want to extend my friendship, my advice giving to any of you who feel like you're not sure how to get out of a situation or how to deal with a situation, or you just need somebody to talk to. Several of you have messaged me on Instagram over the years, on, email, and I just want to remind you guys that I'm a normal person let me tell you what. Absolutely not. Now, I am trying the firming peptide whatever cream. It was $25 for me